So this video is for Infusionsoft users, and I'm going to show you now how to build the actual opt-in page that is going to tie everything together that we've spent the rest of this module building and creating. So this is really, really simple. So the page we're going to make looks like this one right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and start building it. So when you go into lead pages, what you want to do is click on templates, and because we're making an opt-in page, we're just going to click on opt-in templates, kind of logical. And the template that we use in this guy is the giveaway two-step squeeze page. So I'm not going to mess around with the survey that time. So what we do first is, if we look at Natalia's page, we notice what up here? We notice that there is no header and no logo. So you click on the logo here, we click hidden. Now we click on the header here, the headline rather, I'm sorry, whoops. We click on the header, here we go, and we click on hidden. That makes all this stuff go away. So I click on OK. So now we're looking pretty good, except there's some other stuff that Natalia's didn't have. She does not have the Get My Free Report Now text right here. So I'm going to click on hidden. And she doesn't have the no thanks, I'll pass on this opportunity. So I'll click on to hidden there. So now that's gone. So if you look at it from a layout standpoint, this page looks now exactly like hers. So now it's time to start making the changes. First thing I want to do is I want to change the headline. So her headline is free 136-page workout book for women. So I'll just highlight that. Whoops. There we go. And I'll click in here and I will paste it. And you'll notice now that the copy here is yellow, but on hers it was black. So I just highlight all this text here, and I'm going to select black. And when I hit OK, it turns black. So we're good to go. So now let's change this body copy. And if you'll recall, we like to keep our pages super simple for initial testing, because these are converting the best. I showed you, remember, those 3-page layouts that are really, really working. So I've copied the body copy here. And I just click this right here, and I'm going to go ahead and paste it on in. Now, obviously, if you're not cutting and pasting from my wife's opt-in page, you would just type your copy in here and format it. But you see how easy it is now. We've done enough work in lead pages up to this point to really get a good idea of how it works. So now we'll go ahead and click on OK. Go ahead, there we go. And so now what are we going to do? Well, we need to change this graphic out. So you remember earlier I showed you how to upload graphics, and I uploaded that one book cover. So it's already there still. So now once you've uploaded a book cover, you just click on it and it shows up on your page. And let's see, what's the one that she used? Actually was this Kill the Jiggle cover, I believe. Let's have a look. Yep, she used that Kill the Jiggle cover. So I've gone ahead and I've placed that one in there. And now if we look at her page says send me the book. And when they click on it, it says get your free book now at the headline and send me the book. So the buttons are always send me the book, all right? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the button text. And I'm going to do that. Whoops, get out of there. I'm going to do that by clicking this button, and a little button text box comes up here, and it's just going to say send me the book. Yes, sir, buddy. So we'll click that. We'll say OK. Now, one thing else I'm going to do while I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to name the page really quick. So, class IFS demo. IFS stands for Infusionsoft. I'm just going to save it real quick, just in case something happens. I don't want to lose my page here. And it looks like any minute now we'll go ahead and finish saving. I tell you. Whoops, get out of there. Go ahead. Yeah, it looks like it saved it. Okay, perfect. So now what we need to do is we need to tie this guy in with Infusionsoft. So we click on it, and here's how it works. Now we use Infusionsoft. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this drop-down menu, and I'm going to select Infusionsoft because I've integrated with both in this tutorial. Now you're likely to only integrate with one of whichever CRM they use, but I integrated with both just to show everyone how to do it. So as I've clicked that, now it's talking to Infusionsoft, and it's getting all of my forms that I created in Infusionsoft ready for me to select one from what's going to be a drop-down menu down here. So now what I'm going to do is look at all these forms I've got. My goodness, that's a lot of them. So what do we call that sucker? You remember it was list class something. Good gracious. And look at all of these dang forms I've got over here. Let's see here. Come on, form. All right, so so sorry to make you watch this thing here. Lead pages demo for class. Was that what it was called? Hold tight and I'll look it back up real quick. Glad this happened actually. Okay, so it was called list class web form. And check this out. When we look under forms, we don't see list class web form. So if that ever happens to you, it's a real simple remedy. You just click on reload and it'll go back to Infusionsoft and be like, hey dude, are you sure you gave me all of the forms? And now let's see if it's there. Here it is, list class web form. Ta-da. So we click that guy. And now if you'll recall, what happened? We were in Infusionsoft, and we said, Infusionsoft, I want to collect their first name and their email address. But this one, it just shows the email. That's why it's really important to always remember how you built the form. All we need to do to fix that is just click this one button that says Customize this form. Check it out. It's going to talk to Infusionsoft here for a minute, blah, blah, blah. And Infusionsoft is like, hey, this form had 2 fields, and it'll automatically make the proper fields display. Isn't that cool? So let's go ahead and check out what Natalia's text said. Well, first of all, let's go ahead and click on, oh no, I'm going to go ahead and edit this stuff as well. So let's see what her text says when we click here. I believe it says, get your free book now and send me my book. So I'll go over here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to say, send me my book. So that looks pretty good. And I'll click OK. And then what we're going to do is, I've already forgotten because I'm recording, get your free book now. I'm going to go ahead and put my exclamation point here too, just to have it exact. So I'll click on OK. And this, it says, get your free book now. Get your free book now. And we'll go ahead and say OK there. So now we've got our copy is the same. We've got the button is the same. Let's see if she has the anti-spam stuff. She does, so that's good. Now we see where lead pages used to have the pop-up look like this, and they have done some split testing, and they found that this layout looks better and converts better. So to me, that's totally fine. So I'm going to say OK. I'm going to trust their judgment on that. I'm going to say OK. Da, 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 da. And what do you know? We now have a page. So I'll go ahead and click OK here. Looks like everything's fine. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on Save. And it successfully saved it. So now I'll click on Publish. And look, this is now the URL of my opt-in page. I can drive traffic to this opt-in page right now if I want to and start building a list. And I can also, of course, put it on WordPress using their little plugin thing or Facebook or on my own server. I'll tell you, I almost always just put it on lead pages. I never do any of this other stuff because it's more work than I'm willing to do, and I'm kind of lazy about that. Even when I run ads from PPC, I'll send it straight here, which is kind of lazy, but it has never really made a difference for me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on View Page just to test it and see what it looks like. Okay, so here it is. I clicked on Send Me the Book, and I will type in my name here, and let's click on Send Me My Book, and let's see what happens. Hello, everyone. Check it out. So I was immediately now taken to the thank you page, right? So in 15 seconds, a little buy button will appear here. Now, while we're waiting on that, what's going on is my email is being added to her or to that Infusionsoft campaign, and any minute now, Infusionsoft is going to send the autoresponder message from Natalia to my email address, directing me back to the download page, right? So we'll let that come in. As soon as I hit pause there, it came in. So here it is in my other browser, and look at there. Now, obviously I made it say it was from me and everything because you saw me build that. So you can have it say it's from you or what have you, and here is the copy. So we click here, and now they're taken to download the book, all right? So super simple. Guess what we have now? We have a machine. So now that we have the machine, we have 2 choices. We can build out a pretty good funnel for this machine, and we can go ahead and like make a nice email sequence and really ensure that our list is going to be served and going to be translated into sales automatically, or we could just start sending traffic. My suggestion is that we start building the funnel properly. So that's what I want to do for you in the next module. Before we send traffic to this guy, What we need to do is really go now and build the back end of the system. So just one autoresponder message and a download page isn't enough. We really want to build a pretty good system that's going to deliver goodwill and also turn these people into customers. So in the next module, that's what I'm going to walk you through doing. So that's the end of this module here. We now have your opt-in page, we have your download page, we have your pitch page, we have your first message of your autoresponder. We've tied it all in together, and in the next module, I will see you and we will start building the actual follow-up sequence, okay? So I look forward to seeing you.